Everyone, so welcome back to my channel today, and as you can see by the title, I'm starting a new challenge. Once again, after my AZ Baby challenge, I said I was going to do another challenge, and I did a poll and you guys voted, and it was between the Black Widow challenge and the Big Sister challenge. So I decided that well, the winner was clearly the Big Sister challenge because by a lot of votes. So yeah, I decided to do that one, and I already had created both characters for both challenges, so things can happen, but I decided that the Big Sister challenge was pretty cool, and I really did like the rules, well, like the description of the challenge. It was like, oh, that's pretty cool, I really do like it, and it basically says the goal of the Big Sister is to earn money and raise her little sibling. So I think once the sibling turns into a young adult, I think that's when the challenge is over, I believe. So yeah, basically it's like a little free-for-all type of challenge, but basically like this challenge is you can't talk to adults or elders at all, because that's kind of one of the restrictions to do it, and you have to wait until you are like a young adult to chat with everybody else, including with your own, like your little sibling. They can only chat with children and teenagers, but until your older sister turns into a young adult, you'll be able to chat with everybody else. And you have to be on a 20 by 15 lot, bulldoze, empty lot, of course. And you have to put the lifespan on long. And the mother or father must die. So, basically, I have created a backstory of this challenge. And I was like, a backstory once again. So, yeah, I decided that the Ambrose family it's like a multi-Somalian millionaire family. And they were, basically, like, the wealthy, the rich, and they basically were like the Landgrabbs, basically. They're basically like the Landgrabbs, but the Ambrose are a little bit more well-known, because they go way back into this timeline of this story, and, I basically placed down all their families around the whole entire town of Oasis Springs, Willow Creek, Newcrest, and as well as Windenburg. This is a new town that came with The Sims 4 Get Together, and by far it's the best expansion pack of all time, and I really love it. And I'm really excited to actually start this challenge, and I really hope you guys actually enjoy this challenge too. So Judy Ambrose is basically one of the popular kids in school, well, was in school. And that's one of the rules, you can't go to school besides your little sibling. So, she was basically one of the most popular, class president, captain of the debate team. She was always well-known, popular, because she was rich, and she was always good and creative at what things she used to do all the time. So, she's like one of those people. But she has a little bit of a fun side to her. So, if you take her to the bar, always call a Simber. If you don't know what a Simber is, it's basically a Sim Uber. That's what I call it. A Simber. So, if you have one of those, be sure to, if you take Judy to a club, be sure to call one right away before she gets drunk. Because if she gets drunk, we're going to have problems. So, basically, what happened was that Judy's mother was always partying, always going out to clubs, really didn't take care of her kids. The people who actually took care of her kids was basically her grandparents and her basically her aunt and her uncle actually took care of her and her little brother Joel. And one night she basically decided, you know what, I'm done, I can't take it anymore, and she just basically just left. She just left them with their with her brother and sister, basically their aunt and uncle. And they just left them. She just could not take care of him anymore. She was just in a bad place at that wrong time, and she just didn't feel like she just didn't need them. Like she was like, "Bye, I don't need you at all." It's like she just didn't really want kids. But yeah, that's basically what happened. And she actually lives with the Caliente household, so she's like part of one of those people. And I think she's in the Paragons group, I believe. I'm not really sure. Think if she's not, then I need to put her in that group, because she's basically one of them. That's basically what she is. And what happened to Joel and Judy's father. He actually died in a car accident a few years ago, and it was pretty tragic. So they are still quite sad because they have their dad's urn with them everywhere they go. So yeah, that's basically what happened. And when Judy's grandmother had died, they basically left. Judy and Joel decided to Judy decided to leave, and she took Joel with her to somewhere they can actually escape from all the craziness and not be with the drama and just couldn't deal with it anymore. So they decided to just pack up and go. They just took the clothes that they had on their back and literally just left. And just want to start brand new, and just have a normal life for once in their lifetime. So that's what I'm thinking of. That's basically the moral of the story of the storyline. But if you want to check out the storyline, more of the storyline, check in the description below because I will have that in there. So I want to show you guys basically Judy and Joel Ambrose, and it took me 2 weeks to plan this LP, even though I didn't have a good storyline. I've been planning more of this. So that's basically what's happening. So Judy is a big happy family. She wants to have a big happy family, so she's domestic, and that's actually one of the rules. You must have the big happy family aspiration, and you can have any kind of traits. So I have chosen the creative trait and the good trait. So hence good trait, captain the debate team, class president of her class, and always good and being a good Samaritan, donating to charity and all that stuff. So she's basically one of those people, and she likes to do new things, create new ideas, and come up with new ideas and just make everybody happy and positive. So yeah. So here's her everyday wear. It looks very nice and clean. I did just give her some that looks a little bit more of a class presidency look. So school election, basically, that's what I gave her. And that's what is basically it. It's her get together wear. And right here, it's the hair that I got from Get Together as well. So you can buy Get Together, have the sim with the same exact outfit and everything. So yeah, that's her everyday wear. So next we have is her formal wear, and this is basically just custom content. I went a little bit full out, so she has a little bit of a dark side to her. So that's what we're going with. Then her athletic wear, sleep wear, party wear, and then I actually kind of like this one though. And then last but not least is her swim wear, of course. So that's basically what it is. Joel, on the other hand, Joel Ambrose has a little bit more of a artiste type of way. So I believe when he has always wanted to own his own store and make paintings of his own thing. He's always been creative at what he likes to do. When he used to live with his mother, quote unquote mother, and his father, and when he was at his grandparents' house or aunt and uncle's, back and forth. So they were going back and forth from aunt and uncle, grandpa and grandpa. So they were going back and forth every now and then for the past 10 years. So Joel has always been quite creative, and he loves to draw. So that's why he has the artistic prodigy trait or aspiration, and he is also creative, like I said. So he is pretty of a nice person. So I really do like the way I created him, even though I did use the genetics tool to just randomize, and he came out like this, and I'm like, oh, well dang. So that's his everyday wear. He has his nice formal wear, but I want to give him a little bit more of a this fair right here. So I might just change that to more of a grain-ish color, and I really do like that. So, black pants, of course, because gonna have those black pants, and then the shoes are just gonna be black, of course. So there we go. So I'm thinking of actually having him join the avant-gardes group. I think that's what they're called, avant-gardes. I think they're an artiste type of group. So you can probably join one of them, or the adventurous type of group. So I believe he can join one of those. So if you guys know Get Together or anything like that, and if you guys want him to join any type of club, just leave in the comments below, and I will check those out. And as well as also, if you guys want Judy to join a club, or what kind of job she wants, or what kind of job she can have in order to make money, or she could just basically do have hobbies paint or write books or anything, or maybe she can write a book about her life, about the past years, about her mother or father going back and forth from her uncle and grandparents' house. So she can write about that and her travels and school life in general. So if you guys like that, comment down below, and I will really check those out, because you leave awesome suggestions, and I'm really happy about that. So that was his formal wear. And here's his athletic wear. Next, we have his sleepwear. I basically just gave him something like a little bit more simple, a little bit more fun. He looks to be artiste, so that's why he has these nice rocket ship, little spaceship, space outfit that is actually from Get Together, and I really do like it. It's so cool. Or nope, I'm giving him dinosaurs. That's what he's getting, dinosaurs. It's called Warm and Cozy. I really like it. Any more? Nope, just one. Just one. I really do like this one, though. It looks really nice. And next we have his party wear, and then last but not least is his swimwear. So that is what it is, and we're gonna hop into in-game, and I want to show you guys the family tree and tell you guys what really happened and what really goes on. So yeah. So once we get into this little general gist of things, I already actually created their house already. We were like limited to spending only 6,000 simoleons to build and furnish the house. So, and basically just, yeah, so that's why the Grim Reaper is here. So let me go ahead and show you guys the family tree. Where's that? Right here. And so here is actually the family tree. So we have Judy and Joel Ambrose, and Peyton Ambrose is just their mother. She has nobody else with her. Basically, her parents disappeared somewhere. I don't really know where they went, but they are just gone. She was actually adopted. That's really what happened in SimCity. I think it was either Valia. No, it was either in. I think it was like somewhere like in downtown SimCity. She was actually an orphan, so she was basically adopted, and that's why we don't have her parents in this area, because we don't know them. So she was just basically adopted. She was dropped off at this orphanage at a young age, and she was around like 2 years old, and just left her right there at the doorstep, and that was the end of it. And ever since then, she has always lived a rough life, and she basically just ran away from the orphanage because no one really wanted her. She just was a mess and just didn't really need anything in her life. So that's why she kind of abandoned her kids when she was at a young age, and she had Judy around the age of 19, and then had Joel around the age of 22. And so yeah, that's basically what happened. And so we have Peyton Ambrose, and then we have Sage Ambrose, but he died actually from an electrocution. He was an electrician, and like he likes to like. Well, he wasn't like an electrician, but he was like a business guy, and he just liked to build things and like put together things. So he kind of had a bit of an accident when he was like taking a job with one of his friends, and things happened and things went down, and he just died from electrocution. So that's the moral of the story. Not really too much there. So actually, Sage actually has three siblings, not three siblings. Actually, he has two siblings. So, one of his siblings is actually Valentin Ambrose, and he's actually married to Elaine Ambrose, which her name was Hernandez, and I actually made a criticism with my Around the World series. If you guys do not know, I will link that down below for you guys to check out. So, I did do that. So she is actually part Colabian. She's like Spanish. She's like basically like Shakira. That gender, like not gender, but ethnicity. She's like part of that ethnicity. So Colombian person. So that's basically what she is. Like she's part Polish, part Colombian, and she's like all these type of little different ethnicities. So she's like basically that. So. Valentin Ambrose is actually like a little bit of a dancer, he didn't like follow into his brother's footsteps or his father's footsteps at all, because it just didn't really appeal to him at all. So he just basically just decided to become of his own and go to Wittenberg and have a little life of the parties. And that's basically what Suzanna did as well. So she's basically a young adult, and she is living her dream in Wittenberg with her brother, but she actually wants to have her own club, but she actually really wants to join the Spin Masters, but she's not really skilled at what she does. She's basically just started, and she just doesn't really have the resources of what she needs to do in order to make into her career, but she's actually an excellent dancer. She, in her younger years, she was basically always dancing all her life, and she used to join the dance team at her local school, and she's had a little fun time, and she was like she was the best dancer in that group. So those dances though were amazing though. She could dance like nobody's business, but she actually stopped, so that's why she technically has no skills right now, because she stopped, like it was like a 10-year gap where she stopped dancing because life got in the way, and she went to school for art piece and other things got in the way, so her life was like quite a wreck, and they technically just stopped dancing. So she's getting back into gear at things, and we're gonna follow her journey around that too. So we're gonna try and get into that once Judy actually turns into a young adult. So we'll be able to do that once we get there. So if you guys actually want to submit teenagers and children to this series challenge, go and use the hashtag SSBSC, and I will link that down below. I will link that hashtag down below and somewhere on the screen right about now, so you can actually go and use that hashtag. And I would love to see your creations for the next part, because I'm really excited to see what you guys create and other things like that. So if you guys have any other ideas on how I can make this Let's Play a little more interesting, along with the backstory and other things like that, just let me know. And if you guys want me to add Judy's like rivals and her classmates and her other people from our high school in her younger years from SimCity, just let me know, and I will add them into the series as we go along and as we play on. So the last but not least, the last person we have is Heriberto Ambrose, and he's like the top of the line. He's like one of those Landgrabb people who are like always high up there, and yeah, and actually this is when this is why Heriberto doesn't have a wife, because she actually died, and she just didn't really unexpectedly just died in SimCity, and it's just a tragic accident. She basically died from heart failure, and she just didn't have a really good heart, and things weren't good for the family. So they just had like a little bit of a history of like not knowing what's going to happen to them in their recent years, because they actually have like a genetic type of thing of like heart cancer. So it's like kind of like a little bit of a different thing. So if you have heart cancer, I'm sorry if I put that out there, but yeah. So but pretty much it's like that's what she died from. And I'm trying to make this Let's Play a little bit more realistic and more interesting. So that's why I'm adding like real life things into this Let's Play. And that's why Heriberto is like on the verge of like getting close to where he's like what he's gonna do with his life. Like he doesn't have a job because he's basically wealthy, and he's like well off with he's like he can do whatever he wants basically. So he can travel the world and see different places around the world and all that stuff. So he's like one of those people. And he has basically 3 grandkids, and he has Kate Hernandez. Oh, I need to change his last name though. I forgot to do that. So basically, Elaine Ambrose is married to Valentin Ambrose. Basically, they weren't married when they had Kate, so that's why he has the last name Hernandez. But I might do that like dash thing, Ambrose. So we'll be able to do that, and this will make it just added to the timeline. So that's why we have that. So the relationship is basically oh wait, are you serious? Really? Wow. Just wow. So brother, mother, and father. And what else? Sister, mother, and father. Okay, so basically we don't know our cousins and everything. So that's what really happened. So Kate is actually Judy's and Joel's cousin. And I think that's pretty much it. The other ones are actually like roommates. I don't really know why, but I wish like had a little bit more of a realistic type of a family line with The Sims 4. Like we have like like basically like aunts, and like we have aunts and uncles and like step brothers and step siblings and all that stuff like that. But I wish we had like mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law. I wish we had like stuff like that. Like I think we had that in The Sims 3, but I wish like they brought that back. So that'd be kind of a cool thing to do. So we don't really have a lot of things to do right now since this is the first part of this Let's Play. We don't have a lot of stuff in this room. I basically just added the 2 bedrooms, the kitchen area, the bathroom, and the study. And we have nothing really, it's not really decorated, but once we get enough money and other things like that, we'll be able to afford the stuff that we need in order to have that. So we want to claim the beds here and claim this bed right here, right out there. and then you can also cry it out too. So they're still sad about their father's death, and Grim Reaper can actually go away because this is legit creepy. He is just literally just watching him. Worst nightmare of all time. Like, oh my gosh. Grim Reaper, get out of my house. Get out of my house. We don't need you here. So we're going to have Joel go ahead and actually have him to leave. Like, please. We're going to be rude to him. It's a little bit heartbroken though. I'm so sad. And it's like, son, please tell me what you think. Like, tell me your moral of your story. Like, let's not. Can you please leave? Can we ask Judy to ask him to leave? No. Well, Joel, ask him to leave. We don't need the Grim Reaper here. Let's see. Can ask him to leave, y'all. Let's not get on his bad side, because he might actually tell us to go die in a hole, and he'll literally just take our soul, and then we're gone forever. So say goodbye. Say goodbye. So probably what I'm thinking the next part is actually I want to... Oh, mother, please go. That's our mother. She needs to go away. We can't answer the door because we're not allowed to, and we really don't want to see our mother at this moment at all. We just don't want to see her at all. So if you guys can leave in the comments below of what you think of this LP so far, what do you think of like some of the backstory of it, and if you guys want to see the rest of the backstory, just go ahead and comment down below for more ideas and feedback. So if you guys want to add a little bit more ideas and more suggestions to this Let's Play, just let me know, and I will be able to check those out. And I will see you guys all in my next video, and have a wonderful day. Bye!
Wow.